What's up, UPstanders? Dr. O here. So, look, part of being able to be a presidential candidate or lead anything, you know, a library, a school, a corporation, is to be able to really be able to connect with where people are. And so I'm hoping that when people actually look at Stephen A. Smith's recent comments about Elon Musk and the need to give him a chance, I hope that puts to bed any conversations about this man's fitness to be anywhere even close to being a president of the United States. I mean, seriously, he said to Hannity in an interview something to the effect. Let's see. He says that I'm reading from the Hill here. It says Smith added that he gets the discomfort with Musk, but argued what they're missing is that you messed up. These are Democrats, that you messed up things so badly over the last several years. Give the man a chance to see what he does. Give the man a chance to see what he does. For anybody who really claims to have the hands on the pulse of the people and to, be this man that everybody just wants to be engaged out there and leading the people would know that what he's already done has destroyed lives. Can you read the room? Can you read the temperature of the country? Are you seeing what's happening with this department that I won't mention because it doesn't exist? Because, you actually have to have a department created by Congress for it to actually be a department. And since that doesn't exist, it's not a real thing. And that's why he's a quote unquote special employee to Trump or the White House or whatever. Do you see what's happening? Do you see people crying as they're cleaning off their offices? Do you see what's happening with getting rid of nuclear people who work in the nuclear facilities, getting rid of people who work on Ebola, and getting rid of people who work for USAID, which apparently has become a trigger word of some way, shape, or form? Have you seen what's happening with the EPA and the FDA and USDA, and just like run down every freaking acronym? And you're seeing people in tears. You're seeing stories, that are out there about people losing their jobs and losing their ability to pretty much do anything in their community. I'm reading this article of just today that someone is called "They're Harming Ordinary People." Trump's funding cuts are taking a toll in North Carolina. Durham, North Carolina, an out of work federal contractor with two master's degrees is applying for food stamps for the first time in her life. Others are considering selling their homes or taking out loans and sinking deeper in debt. A furloughed single mother said that now that she has no income, she's gathering jewelry to sell at a pawn shop. Trump's efforts, I would add Trump's and efforts, this is from a CNN article, Trump's efforts and Musk, right? To drastically cut federal spending and slash the federal workforce are already having impact in North Carolina, a king swing state that voted for Trump in November, but is also among the top recipients of funding from some of the agencies his administration has targeted, that Musk is targeted. How much more of a chance does this man need? How much more of a chance? It's not a blue state. This is these are Trump people. And when you see what's happening in places like Alabama and how the University of Alabama is gonna, suffer some of these cuts, and so many of these, you got pretty much senators in every red state asking Trump and Musk for exemptions to all the harsh policies that they're already implementing. Stephen A. Smith. So, how much time are you really going to spend? Democrats will and everything. Give this man a chance. The chance was we're seeing it in real time, and the fact that you can't see what's actually happening shows how disconnected you are from the people. And you can go and talk to Hannity about another person who's disconnected from real people, even though he's hearing people on his show. You ain't hearing you ain't gonna see them on the news at night, but if you or the show at night, I should say. But they're calling into Hannity. Listen to the radio show. What callers are you taking, Stephen A. Smith? Who are you connecting with? So really, at the end of the day, you want to talk about even any type of inclination of being a presidential candidate? Why don't you do some real work to actually see what's happening now in real time? And we haven't even gone to conversations about people losing access to health care. We haven't even had conversations about what they're talking about Social Security being a Ponzi scheme when he's gotten like billions of dollars from the government, like what, 8 something million a day or hour or something to that effect. And he calls Social Security a Ponzi scheme. Social Security has never not paid anybody was what they're due. So look, man, it's time that you stop having any conversations about presidential politics, You thinking about it, not thinking about it, or I'm not thinking about it, but if I was, blah, 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 blah. You ain't got it, man. You don't got the skill set to be able to communicate with the people. And as I said multiple times, you can be loud, but you can be loud and wrong. And really, at the end of the day, you are a media personality who does a great job with what you talk about in the sports realm. You got a great history and knowledge of it, but you don't have it as it relates to politics, and you spend too much time trying to both sides everything. Well, I don't really have a problem. I don't like everything that Trump does. Blah 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 blah. I don't like everything this blah 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 blah. Like you can't both sides. Politics is a full contact sport, man, and you can't get in here and just have all smoke for Democrats all day long. And if you don't want to admit that you're a Republican, I don't know. Jason Johnson says that you don't want to admit that you're a Republican because once you do that, you basically stop being the black friend to these shows that see you as a Democrat. And therefore has the Democratic voice, the disappointed Democratic voice on their show to speak for the people. So, I mean, the jig is up, man. I mean, everybody pretty much knows it. Everybody pretty much sees it. And I'm saying the same thing I'm saying from the beginning. I'm not like what other people are doing. I'm not calling you a sellout, a Sambo, and all that other type of stuff. I'm saying the same thing I've always said from the beginning. You have a very powerful platform. And at the end of the day, if you're going to dip into the political world, use the same fact checking and research ability that you use for sports journalism in your political work. If you're not, you're just going to look like a loudmouth who doesn't know what he's talking about and is just trying to be the black friend to Republicans. You got a lot of pictures with, by the way, out there out in them streets with them. So just claim it, just own it, and just move on. And please stop, like embarrassing yourself by having these conversations about presidential anything. I mean, that's maybe president of ESPN. That could be a thing. But ain't nobody voting for you for anything else. So just move on for the greater good. For the greater good, so that people can continue to respect you in the areas that you deserve respect in. This political space is not one of them. Peace.